Live once again. Live once again. How's everybody doing? Yeah, this is just a chill stream like the title says. Let's see, copy link. There you guys go. Put that on right away. Yeah. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got it all set up now. There. So, what's going on, guys? And women out there in the YouTube. What is new with y'all? There we go. Yeah, I guess I saw a lot of people going live today. Really, really something today. How many people went live? I think there's people still alive right now. Yeah. See, the thing is I am not associated with anybody else's channel. I can go live whenever I want. Doesn't matter who goes live at the moment. I can always go live, and that's just really cool. I actually like the fact that I'm just, my own channel now, and that's it. Yep, don't have to look and see who's live at the moment anymore or nothing. So yeah, that's cool. Yep. Yep. So what's new, everybody? Yeah, just sitting here chilling out. Went for my went and did my exercise for the day. Hey, what's up, Fire? What's going on? I don't think I've seen you in here before. Is this your first time here? Uh, yeah, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, today's just a chill stream. Earlier today, I went for a bicycle ride and went for about 10 miles, and I streamed it. Um, that's the first time I've actually streamed me me bike riding, so it's kind of different. So I thought that would be kind of nice for a change, do a little something different. Oh, you are new. Okay, well, please subscribe if you can, and hit the notification button, and like my videos if you like them. Yeah, it's always appreciated. And also hit that notification button. You'll know when whenever I go live. I took a break for a little bit, so I think I went about 9 days, eight to 9 days or so, something like that, maybe almost 10. without going live. Um, but I'm here again. Um, oh, wait a minute. You said you can't hear me? Here, let me see. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. People in the side chat. It looked like the fire person is saying that they said that there was no speaking, meaning my audio wasn't working. And you guys hear me now? So that whole time I was talking, oh, you can now? Okay. Yeah, the whole time I guess I was talking, you guys couldn't hear me. I was saying earlier today, I streamed, the first time I streamed. Let's see. Oh, yes, you hear me. Okay. Please listen, and let's see who else is here. Let's see. Oh, I know how to drink. I just don't. I just prefer not to. Yeah, I can drink. Let's see. Finally, someone speaks. Yeah, I didn't know that you guys couldn't hear me. I had my Bluetooth headset on there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, you're from Russia. Oh, okay. Is this your first time here? Oh, wow, that's that's Russian typing. You have to type it in English like you just did because I can't read that. I'm sorry. And I can't read Russian writing. Let's see, you said Russia or Ukraine. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know the difference between the writing. Yeah, if you can please type in English so that way I know what you're saying, because otherwise I have no idea. Why are you about to do that, Dodge or Dooge? You speak English very bad. Oh well, you don't have to speak it. Just if you can type it, that would be fine. Um, Only time you really have to speak is if you get up on panel. I'm pretty good at understanding people. Let's see. I need to poop. There's help. Are you guys joking around in the side chat there? I don't mind it though. You guys can do that. I don't mind that, you guys. You guys can joke. I don't mind any joking around. Yeah. Yeah, you better go then. That's not good to hold your you know what? It's not good for your body. Not good at all. You can have major health issues. You're not joking? Well, don't hold it. That's not good. If you have to go really bad, then go. When nature calls, man, nature calls, or a woman. I don't know if you're a guy or a woman. Why is there a raccoon in your toilet? Now it does sound like you're joking. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, let's see. We suffered together. Are you serious? Wait a minute, that fire guy. Where are you from? Are you from Russia or? Let's see, Fire Legacy. Let's see. It said, I'm not joking. We need help. How am I supposed to help you? I'm here in America, and you guys say you're in Russia or something. You know how far that would be for me to go to help? You're from Milky Way Galaxy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a long way to broadcast. I'm from Russia, really, but not joking. Are you streaming from Russia, or are you just originally from Russia? It doesn't matter to me either way. I mean, I don't judge people where they're from, whatever. No, you're not behind me. You're not behind me. I know that. So let's see. Did you really? I heard some people have done that before, and then people, I guess some people buy that kind of stuff. I guess. I mean, I don't doubt you're joking with that. Yeah, I don't doubt you. And he said, check again, buddy. Well, if you're behind me, then why don't you say anything? He said, you speak English perfect. Oh, I think I do too. I don't think I really have an accent of any sort. I mean, I grew up all my life speaking English. Let's see. I go by. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping in. This is Fire Legacy. Thanks for stopping in. If you have to go, thanks for stopping in. Like I said, hopefully, all of you that's new, hopefully you all subscribe and hit that notification. Like I said, so when I go live, you guys will know. And if you like my videos, please hit the thumbs up. I know right now there's probably a lot of people on here right now that are joking around. Some people are using foul language. But I guess to each his own, right? So what time is it where you guys are at? Let's see, please listen. You said you're from Russia, so what time is it by you? Yeah, I know you're asking what my job is. I don't talk about my personal life on here. Sorry, I just don't. Um, I had too many people. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. So is that AM or PM? Because if you're from Russia, my time right now is 7:28. You said 4:28, which means if it's PM, let's see. If it's your time PM, then you're like on the West Coast. Now, if you're AM, then you're on the other side of the world, you know. AM? Yeah, then you're on the other side of the world. It's PM here. PM here. Yeah. I just got done having dinner and then decided to go live. I think this is technically my third time going live today, but I really only meant to go live, I guess, two times. But the reason why I went live two times earlier is because for some reason, no, actually, I think three times because um, the third time I meant to just go live the one time because I they kicked me off, so then I had to get back on. But yeah, it's 7:30 p.m. where I am, or military time. It's 19:30. So we have 24 hour in a day. After 12 a.m., we have 13, 14, and 15. Yeah, you're talking about military time because it goes 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then it goes to 00. And that would be, I believe that would be midnight in military time. And you said you have 24 hours a day. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean like daylight? I don't know if you mean that you have that in, for daylight. I mean, everybody has 24 hours in one day, no matter where you are in the world. But hey, please listen. Would you like to? to try and jump up on panel here. Like I said, even if you have a hard time speaking English, um, I can still manage to try and understand you because a lot of my family members they speak a different language and they have a really strong accent and I can understand them. So as long as you speak English, um, and even if you have, like I said, even if you have a really strong accent, I can still understand what you are saying. Oops. There we go. But yeah, I posted the link there if anybody wants to jump up. It's totally up to you. Yeah, like I said, you can jump up on panel there. I just put the link there. You just click it and follow the link there, and it should take you up here and let me know you want to come up. And if you want, you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want, or you can. It's up to you. Some people don't mind, and other people do. So, can you understand when I speak? Can you understand what I'm saying when I talk? Yeah, I don't think I know any Russian. Um, what state? Michigan. It's that state that is shaped like a glove, like or a mitt, I should say. Yep, it's that state that is shaped like a mitt, like a mitten. So you understand me sometimes. Is this your first time up here on my channel, like today? I don't know if I've seen you on here before. I mean, I could be mistaken. There's so many people that come in and out. I'm just not sure if this is your first time or not. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe um, and hit that notification button, and you'll be notified when I go live next. And I usually try not to go live too early my time because I know other people are in different time zones, mainly that watch my channel. And if I go live early my time, then it's super early their time. Or in your case, since you're on the other side of the world, if I was to go live early morning, it would probably be like maybe early evening for you. So you said yes. It's first time streamer in your life. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's uh that's that's nice. Um, so are you so is this the first time being online because you just didn't have a computer or something before, or What part of Russia are you from, if you don't mind me asking? You're back. Did everything come out okay? Did everything come out okay? Or do we have to call? Let's see. Before before I don't see any streamer. Oh, you mean you haven't really like seeked out any streamers? Do you have your own channel though, right? In central of Russia. Oh, so you're like almost like pretty much in the center of Russia, huh? What's the weather out there? Let's see, guys. There's someone behind my house. Do you happen to be in Carolina? No, I'm not. I'm not. And I don't think I ever been to that state. If you suspect someone's, let's see, and you said, and no, I haven't used the bathroom yet. If you suspect someone's in the back of your house and you're in danger, then um, you might want to call the authorities or something to have them do, a check around their property. You see, you say it says plus 23. I don't know what that means. What is plus 23? Is that, I don't know what that is. Explain what that is. I don't know what plus 23 means. But you do have a clever name, I gotta say. Please listen. That is definitely a clever name. Let's see. Oh, the weather. Is that 23 Celsius or 23 Fahrenheit? I think you guys probably do. You guys probably have your system set on Celsius. Let me see what that would be in Fahrenheit. Let me see 1 second. Let me see if I can figure out what that would be in Fahrenheit. Yeah, because we do Fahrenheit out here in the U.S. of A. Let's see, so 23 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, okay, it's 73.4 degrees. Yeah, your time. Let's see. Let's see. You said your name is. I don't know if I can pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Um, my name is what you see here, Primo. Um, let's see. OG. Let's see. Yeah, I wish you could jump up on panel because I wish you could jump up on panel. I also wouldn't mind like if you were to teach me some Russian too. That would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind learning some Russian, some Russian language. I think about the only thing I know in Russian is um, "Das Vidanya." I think that's the only thing I know in Russian, and I can't even remember what it means. "Das Vidanya." I don't know what that means. I used to. Can you translate and tell me what that means in Russian? I don't know what you're saying there. It looks like it almost says handicap bot to me. I mean, but I know it's a different language. Oh, goodbye. You got to go already? Oh, we're just starting to talk. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. Hopefully, I'll see you again. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying I said goodbye. I said it perfect? Really? До свидания. Wow. I said it perfect. Wow. I did not know that. Wow. Yeah, that's like I said, that's the only Russian I know. um I think I used to know I used to know a couple more words, but I don't know any sentences. Um Say something what that's what I'm saying. I That's the only word I can think of that I know in Russian is the до свидания. Um but Pen, what are you saying there? What are you saying there, Pen? Put that in English, man. You're what? You're trying to speak Russian now? Is that the old pen name from Russia too? Are you from Russia? Pen name? I thought you were from California. I don't know. If pen name is from Russia, then that's the first I knew of that. Yeah, that's the first I knew. That's news to me. Pen name, are you from Russia? That's the question. Are you from Russia? Are you Russian? Is that what nationality you are? Is Russian? Oh, jeez. Do you know Russian pen name? You know how to speak Russian. Looks like you know how to type it, unless you just did some kind of setting on your computer and it translated it. whatever you typed in English. That might be what he did. Please listen, possibly, because the whole time I've seen Penn on here, you see, you just know some Russian. So what did you type in there in Russian then? Yeah, like I said, the only thing I know in Russian is what I just said, "Das Bradanya." That's the only thing I know in Russian. And then I think I know like maybe one or two words in Chinese. Let's see. Let's see. You use times in America. Present perfect. Present samples. Present continuation. We teach this in school. Huh. Yeah, that would be nice if you can jump up on panel and teach us some Russian. Yeah, because pen name, he said he knows a little bit, so you can school us on some more of the language from where you're from. You see, you teach 21 times in school. It's crazy. I don't know what 21 times means. I don't know what that means. That means there's 21 like grades. Maybe that's what you mean. There's 21 grades because out here, uh, we we have it from like what, like kindergarten or first grade to 12th grade. So if you guys have 21 grades, yeah, you guys are like almost double the amount of grades as us. If you had three more, you guys would be exactly double us. As far if that's what you mean by 21 times in school. I mean that's what I'm getting from what you're saying is that we might be referring to 21 grades, like, or you know what I mean. Um, like I said, here we got first grade to 12th grade, and like I think it goes from like 10th grade is when you go to it'll be like your first year of high school. He said all American people say that all Russian students can't believe it. Oh, they can't. Yeah. Is that what you mean by 21? No, there's 21 grades in Russia, like in your guys' schools or in your country's schools. Wow, because that's really something if that's what you mean. Because that's the first I knew of that. So does that mean like does that mean the students they let's see. You see, English can be some English can be very uh, yeah. Oh man, is this starting to rain again? If it is, I gotta pick you guys up and move you guys over somewhere else because I don't want my phone getting wet. I'll wait a little bit, see if it's gonna rain. I know the wind's picking up. Usually, when the wind picks up, then that means it's, possibly a storm on its way. Yeah, pen name is smart. Um, well, last I knew, he was going to college. I don't know if he still is, if this is his last year in college or what. How many years are you going? Have you been in college now? Pen name. I know pen name is younger than me. Um, and I can't remember exactly what age he said. I think he said he was like in his maybe 30s or so, late 30s maybe. I'm getting to be almost in my mid 40s, so I got a few years on pen name. Not by much though. Let's see. Let's see. Americans use only 3 times, but we teach more and more. And our English is very bad on Finnish. Huh. Well, I don't know. There's this one person. I don't know um, if you know this person. Let's see. Do I have children? No, I do not have children. Nope, I do not have children. Hold on, I gotta turn my camera off for a second, guys. I gotta get out of here because it's starting to rain and I don't want my phone wet. All right, now I am in an area where I don't have to worry about my phone getting wet now. All right, guys. No, I do not have any children. Nor do I. I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife. I don't have children. Um, I don't. Let's see. Please listen. Are you a male or female? Are you a guy or are you a woman? Yeah. How do you know that pen name? Actually, I don't because I heard that I might have a child out there. Um, I talked about this on another stream. Um, and it was first my first girlfriend. Nope, I'm not gay. He says this shit all the time. Pen name says this all the time. Um, but it was my first girlfriend, and it was my first time because I was a virgin before that, and um, I heard that she was actually pregnant with my child, but I don't know if it was a boy or girl, if it was twins or whatever. But I heard through like kids at school that said that she was actually pregnant with my kid. But the reason why I never got to know the kid is either A, she moved away far away, and then I don't think she ever got my number. Um, she knew where I lived at the time, um, but then I didn't live there anymore. So if she tried to come back to try and find me, she wouldn't have because I already moved, and by the time I moved, it was like years later, and I haven't heard anything from her. So if it was years later, she had my child, then obviously she wasn't trying to have me be involved with my kids in my kid's life or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's another reason why I know I don't shoot blanks. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta turn my camera off again. All right, back, guys. Let's see here. I am going to check something out real quick. Let's see. Here, 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Okay, back, guys. Let's see. Before you shoot, what? I don't get what you're saying there, pen name. I don't get what you're saying, pen name. I really don't get what you're saying. Let's see. Why in America so much? What is that? Man, man, Mantrix, Manix. I don't know. You got to ask pen name about that. If you're speaking of like, oh yeah, pen name is a troll. Yep, he's a troll, all right. Yep, he's trolling me all the time. He's just trolling. I don't know. You got to ask pen name why he trolls. What does that mean? I never seen that. It's a manic, the biggest manic. I don't know what that means. What's that mean, pen name? You're saying I'm the biggest one. What pen name you didn't see? You said, what is this? You like when your boyfriend, make sure, they ask brother. Are you talking the pen name? Yeah, Chinese. Like I said, I think the only thing I know in Chinese. Let's see. I'm trying to think what I knew in Chinese. I think it's um CC or something, or I don't know if I'm even saying that right anymore. I haven't spoke Chinese in a long time, or like the words I knew. I heard English is actually the hardest to learn as far as different languages. But yeah, I never really studied foreign languages how to learn. Let's see. I understand what you were talking about. Let's see. Pen name from China. I don't know. Pen name. Are you from China? Are you Chinese? I don't know. Pen name. What nationality are you? I think you said something. I think you told me before. I just can't remember. Yeah, I don't know if I know any German. I used to. I used to know like maybe one or two words or something maybe in German. And then we have someone that knows how to speak. What is it? What does Flash know how to speak? Let's see. You said not from China, but going there soon. Why are you going to China soon? Hey, Dave. You know it's cold in China, right? I mean, they probably have seasons like like we do, like summer and winter. But when it gets cold in China, it gets even colder up there because I think they're farther north than the northern part in the United States. Let's see, I think the northernmost part of the United States, of the lower 48 anyway, would either be, let's see, $1 equals 100 rupees. Let's see, you said we have only 70,000 rupees in a month. Is that average what people get? Is life better or worse after the war? You said yes, 50,000 to 100,000. So what would be 100,000 rupees in American dollars then? You said, but many people have 30,000 rubies. But what is 30,000 in dollars then? Oh, there's no difference before the war and after the war? Wow. I mean, is that a bad thing or a good thing? I'm not sure what if it. I mean, I don't think a lot of things aren't fair in Russia. Like I don't know if it's laws or but so it's $300 in U.S. dollars. So that's what people get a month? Is that what you're saying? But how much is like rent? Like for people, like how much is rent and how much are like people's utility bills on average? Because I know you guys in Russia and their winters are you guys get really bad winters. I know that for sure. So therefore, you guys is like when you guys are in your houses or whatever. Um, I know your guys' heating bills must be really high. You know, unless unless your guys' natural gas is cheap out there. I don't know. See, they produce a lot of energy in food so they can survive. Yeah, probably like fermented stuff can make like fuel or something. Probably that's usually what can produce like energy. Like fermented stuff, like that. It's kind of like alcohol, but alcohol is flammable. So yeah, that makes sense. Winters is shit, really shit. We can't live good in winter. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Your guys' winters are really harsh. Like you guys get probably like a lot of snow. It gets extremely cold. I mean, I bet like if you were to compare your guys' winters to our winters, you guys would probably be like, if you guys came here to our winters, you guys would probably be like, damn, this is warm to us because you guys are used to that, or you guys have a lot colder temperatures than us. Like I heard you guys get into like close to the triple digits in the negative, like degrees Fahrenheit wise, which is still negative degrees in Celsius too. Every day you sad wake up like something about summer, or maybe imagine about summer. Yeah, it can be miserable. You want summer all year. Yeah, yeah, same here. I don't like the cold. I don't like the freezing cold myself. The only time I really did in my life was when I was a kid. Um, that's because I like, I was when I would say when I was kind of an older kid, I was probably like maybe 8 or 9. Yeah, I think I was like 8 or 9 when I first seen snow for the first time in my life. Because before then, I did not see snow at all before in my life, and I was just so excited to see it. And when I was a kid, I liked to go out there and like get on the sled and go down a hill and you know make snowmen and um, have snowball fights. Oh, you say many Russians want to live in America. Well, people can is they, I guess now I guess any people from a foreign country in America, because this is the way our president is doing it, is they have to have legal papers in order to live here or come here or whatever. So yeah, anybody can really come as long as they get legal citizenship. Um, yeah. But yeah, snowball fights. Yeah, they're fun. The thing I didn't like is when kids would be mean and they would instead of making the snowballs, they would get the ice, and mix it in with the snowball, and it would be like an ice ball, and then they would throw it, and that would hurt. You know, I mean that could actually almost kill someone if you like hit them in a certain area of their body. Like you could almost kill someone because it's almost like throwing a rock at someone's head because those ice gets to be just about that hard as a rock. I was never the kid to try and throw one of those ice snowballs because I wasn't out to try and hurt someone. You know, I was just out there to have fun and not hurt anyone, just have fun. That's what kind of kid I was when I was growing up. It doesn't look like it might have stopped raining now. Well, it wasn't really raining; it was sprinkling. So let's see. I mean, you said hit Primo in What is the VAJ? I don't know what that means. And it's over. I don't know what you mean by that, pen name. But I didn't do that kind of stuff. I didn't want to hurt kids or hurt anybody really. Um, just if I knew that shit was going down with kids, I definitely wouldn't be around to get it thrown at me because I knew it would hurt. But not many kids did that. They kind of like played by the rules and just got the snowballs, the regular snowballs, and threw them. But I would sometimes have like I would make myself like a snow wall, right? That was kind of big enough for me to hold to hide my whole body behind as a shield. And then I used to like get a bunch of snowballs ready ahead of time, right? If I knew that it was gonna go down that way. Yeah, elementary kids can be the biggest bullies, yeah. But I would like get like a bunch of snowballs, you know, um, ready ahead of time, just lined up, you know, to where I can just grab them and just start chucking them at people, you know. And then, like I said, I would use that wall that I made with snow. Now that you could make with like snow and ice because the ice would make it stronger. So if some kid was to throw a snowball at it, or sometimes you could even use like rocks or pebbles or whatever and pile it up and you know have like a wall there to protect you from getting hit. And yeah, I used to do that stuff when I was a kid. But not only in elementary school kids, but also high school kids can be bullies too. You know. But I used to get in a lot of trouble when I was in school because I used to actually beat up a lot of the bullies because I would stick up for like what does that person call me, a dork or whatever earlier? Like I would stick up for like the dorks and the nerds and all the kids that weren't popular or I would stick up for them. If I seen like a bully trying to bully them, I would yeah, primo building borders. No, not borders. It was walls like when I was a kid playing snowball fighting. And also making the snow angels was kind of fun too. But mainly I did that with the girls, The girls like making the snow angels, so I did that with the girls, you know. So were you bullied when you were in school, pen name? Were you bullied? Pen name, I bet you were bullied when you were in school, huh? Oh, no, I didn't like to play with dolls. I didn't even really play with like those, what do you call those GI Joe figures or whatever. I didn't even play with those. I think the closest I got to that is um when I would play with like the wrestling action figures. I think that would be like the closest I would get to that when I was a kid. And that was because my brothers and myself and my cousins and whatnot were really into like the wrestling stuff back then. And we had like the wrestling action figures, and we had the wrestling, what do you call it? The wrestling ring, with the ropes around it. Yeah, we had all that stuff. And yeah, and of course we would watch the wrestling matches back then. Oh yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. Yep, I remember them. Yep, Garbage Pail Kids. We used to watch them. And like, what's the other? Like there was like shows like Punky Brewster. You remember that pen name, Punky Brewster? That was that girl. I don't know if she was a brunette or a redhead. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I seen that that show. DDT pile drivers. Yeah, we used to like watch a lot of the wrestling, and when we were really little, yeah, we used to suplex. I don't know, that sounds familiar. I can't remember that though exactly. Um, but yeah, yeah, we used to watch all that stuff. We used to watch like the let's see. Oh, Funky Brewster grew up with big knockers in Vegas later. Oh, did she? Was she a brunette or was she a redhead? I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen that show. I mean, I know I can easily get on Google and put in Punky Brewster, and it would pull up an image of her. Back when she was in the show. But do you remember like if she was like a redhead or she was a brunette? And I'm thinking maybe she was a brunette, but I can't remember exactly. Either a brunette or a redhead. But that Punky Brewster, she must be like she's probably like maybe in her 50s now or something. I wouldn't know. It was back in the show, it was like she was probably like 10 or 12 or something like that back in the day when she was in the shows. Maybe even younger when the show first started. She might have been like 8 or something. He said, "You think she became poor and did some trucking later in life? Some trucking. So she was a truck driver? Well, do you remember if she was a brunette or a redhead? I know she wasn't blonde. I want to say either a brunette or a redhead, but it's got to be one of them. I just can't remember. So has Ron been going live lately? That name? She tricked Johns. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, yeah. Obviously, later in life, she couldn't. She might have had. I don't know what you mean by that. Don't know what you mean by that pen name. Oh, so pen name. Are you gonna do any bike riding later? I know you said you wanted to get back to it. You said you wanted to get back to doing something like that. Oh, all right. Let me do this for a minute here. Give me a second, guys. Oh, you said you'll likely get back to jogging when the weather cools, huh? How far do you usually jog when you jog? Like how many miles? How many miles do you usually jog? I don't jog anymore. I used to a little bit, but I don't do it anymore because of my joints. So because of medical reasons, I don't anymore. I walk, you know, I walk, but I don't do jogging anymore. It jars my I think it jars my about 2.5 miles. That's pretty good. Is that what you start off doing when you first start off doing it, and do you go up from there, or you just do that constantly? Yeah, I don't jog anymore because it jars my joints too much, and so the closest I get to that would be walking. I don't um I don't jog anymore. You said biking, swimming are better. Yeah, I I belong to a gym, and they have a swimming pool, an indoor swimming pool, and I can swim there all year round, even in the winter when it's snowing. So what you're saying, you're not in shape? You're not in shape, huh? 5K. I'm trying to think what how many miles that is. 5K. I used to know. I think that's 7.5 miles. I think. I believe that's 7.5 miles. Yeah, that's my best guess on that. 7.5 miles. But when I was in really good shape, I used to on average ride my bike about 20-25 miles on average, if not more, a day. Which that's so that's only a little over three. So not in top 5K shape. And you said it's a little over three. Yeah, probably 3.3 or something like that miles. I couldn't remember if it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was three or like 7.5 or something like that. But 10K, that's if you say it's a little over three, then 10K must be like almost seven or a little under seven or whatever. But yeah, as far as the K is concerned, I went over 10K um bike riding today. Let's see. You said if 5K is a little over three, so 3, 6, 9. That means if I go 12 miles, that would be 20K. So today I went about 10. So maybe I went about 50, a little over 15K today. I was gonna go for more today, but my phone battery was dying, so I had to cut it short. And reason why I gotta have my phone running when I ride is because that's how I clock how far I've rode on my bike too. Otherwise, I wouldn't really know how far I've ridden and how much calories I burned and all that stuff, all those specifications. So that and or like say if I was to have some kind of emergency trouble or something and I had to call for emergency, either an ambulance or say if I was in danger, if I had to call the police, I usually like to have my phone, you know, there so in case I ever had to call, and something like that. Let me see, person waving. I don't know if I ever seen you on here before. Let's see, Art Official, or yeah, yeah. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps out my channel. I'm trying to get more subscribers. I think I am one away from getting to 140. I'm trying to get to 150, and then after that, my next goal will be one or 200. So, um, trying to get to that. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, trying to get to that 150 mark, and then, like I said, then I'll want to get to the 200 mark. For my subscribers. So yeah, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Let's see, I did host. Oh well, thank you. If you did, thank you. Um, is this your first time here? I don't believe I've seen you here before. I could be mistaken though, because a lot of people that come in and out on different people's channels. So I don't think you look familiar. Oh, you've been here before? Okay. Yeah, maybe I just mistaken because like I said, there's so many people that come on that it's sometimes hard to keep track. Unless you had a really easy name to remember, or like your what you call it, your what do you call that, your icon, or your um thumbnail, or whatever they call that. Oh, it's your first time. Okay, well, welcome. Yeah, I always welcome everybody to my channel. The only rules I really have on my channel is to be respectful to one another, and respectful of the channel, um, which is not much to ask. Just be nice. I mean, I do have some people on here. Like there's a guy here that's named Pen Name. He talks a lot of stuff, like he'll call me names, and I know he's joking. Because he comes on here all the time. If he really didn't like me, I'm sure he wouldn't be coming onto my channel or whatever. But he's here all the time, or most of the time he's here when I'm live. And I known him for a while now, like a good few months now. I've only started doing this stuff on YouTube, like I want to say maybe 3-4 months ago now. Um, so I am kind of new to this stuff, but I'm getting the hang of it all. You know, of course, just like anybody, I have made mistakes. Um, but who's perfect? No one's perfect. Um, but have made mistakes, like like, for instance, like making friends with people that I thought were friends, and you know turned out not to be friends. I'm not going to speak any names or anything, because um, I had an agreement with those with whomever, that I would not speak of them, and they said they would not speak of me, which I don't think they really took their end of the bargain much, but um, that's on them. But I'm a man of my word, and I said I wouldn't speak. of their name anymore. So I agreed to do that. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, I just do my own thing on my channel, and I still talk to a few other people that aren't part of whatever I was, you know, um, a part of before in the past. That's all I'm gonna say is, but these people weren't really affiliated with them anyways. The people I deal with today. Um, so, but yeah, but here on my channel, I don't really have anything planned. Um, like to do like I don't have like strips that I write before I get on. Well, pen name, you have to come on that person's channel that you're speaking of, and talk them into coming over here again. Because in fact, I tried to get on their channel last night, I think, and I'm thinking that they're kind of convinced from the other people I was speaking of, which I'm not going to say their names. Um, of they're kind of convinced by what they said or whatever. Um, so that particular person is kind of convinced in what they said, which is not true. But I'm not gonna go around trying to prove my innocence on stuff. I'm not gonna try and prove anything. Is someone wants to ask me, either man to man or woman to man, if it's a woman that has a question, they can come on my channel, or either on my panel or on my side chat, and they can talk to me about it and ask me straight up questions if they have any questions that they're concerned about. And I would answer them to the best of my ability, and I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie at all. I mean, this is YouTube. It's not real life. Um, but some people they put this shit as real life. Yeah, life goes on. You're right. Yeah, life goes on, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't you know, I didn't let it get the best of me, or the worst of me, I should say, and completely shut down my channel and be like, I don't want to have anything to do with YouTube at all, or the online stuff at all. Because I know there's other people out there that are supportive. I mean, for instance, like I came on, I don't know, I think it was like a month and a half ago or something like that. And it was can't remember her name. It was some female that came on, and she actually came on my panel, and she said that she actually apologized for what I went through, and that I shouldn't have had to go through it, and all that, and she was actually encouraging me, to continue on doing the YouTube thing. She said I'm really good at it, and not to label and think that everybody is like that on YouTube here. Um, and she was giving me advice like, stick with a small circle of people, and she said that's what she does. She's really, you know, um, picks and chooses who she really wants to deal with on the YouTube and on the internet and stuff. And I'm gonna listen to that advice because that was really good advice. Um, like for instance, pen name. I know you're not a part of who the people I dealt with in the past. I know you're not affiliated with them, and like you were saying before, you were saying stuff like, "Hey, I don't. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what we talked. What me and you talked about before, because that's just between me and you." Um, but um, but yeah, I didn't let it bring me down. For what they were trying to say I was. They're like, they were basically slandering my name, slandering my reputation, um, and trying to get people like against me and to hate me, which, they did. They did a really good job. They painted a really good picture, and people were convinced because that particular person. I'm not going to say any more about it, but um, yeah, but people were convinced and they were painted a good picture, and they wouldn't listen to a word I had to say anyways. So I'm just done with all that, and I'm glad. It's a lot more peaceful, and I'm not dealing with chaotic stuff all the time. And but yeah, life is good. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm happy. I I mean, I've always been a laid back guy all my life. I never really had problems with people, not unless they had problems with me, which I don't try and look around for people to give me no problems. I don't look around for problems. Give me a second, guys. I gotta do something. All right, I'm back, guys. Oh, yeah, I just had to get something done real quick, which required me to put my phone down, go away from my phone a little bit here. So that's why I have my camera off and I muted myself as well because it was loud noises that you guys would have heard if I didn't mute. And All right. Where's Flash? I talked to him earlier. Do you want me to try and get him on panel here? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get him on here. Yeah, I don't know. I I just DM'd him just now, so I'm waiting for a response, seeing if he's available. So we'll see. I know he's not sleeping because you know he already got up for the day, so I know he's not sleeping. He might be possibly eating or on the toilet. Who knows? That's his business. I can't. Let's see. I think he might come up here possibly. Let me see. All right. There. I tried to message him to see what he's doing and if he's available. Hey, pen name. Have you talked to him? Have you talked to him on Ron's stream lately at all? All right, I'm back. Turn my camera on. I am laying in my bed. My back is kind of hurting me, so I've been going and going all day. So I gotta lay back in my bed a minute here. Yeah, he is always on Ron's. What, do you talk to him ever on Ron's channel? Let's see here. Uh, You said, are you getting treatment? Yeah, I am actually. I'm going to a chiropractor, so they help a lot. Yeah, chiropractor helps a lot. In fact, I actually went live when I was at the chiropractor. I think it was maybe a few weeks ago. Maybe I might go again live. Um, I don't know if you were there when I went live at my chiropractor last time. Pen name. It might have been someone else that I seen on the side chat. Is it cool? So in case it's still going on, yeah, I still go to my chiropractor though. I still go and get um I still go and get treatments from them. Um, I I go this week, and I think this week's the last week because huh, my doctor's gonna take a medical leave because he has to do something. I forget, but he's gonna be gone for probably about 30 days or so. But he has another chiropractor doctor in his place. In the meantime, so I won't have to. Excuse me. I won't have to miss any sessions, any um, any of my chiropractor sessions. So that's cool. Um, so yeah, let's see. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right, back, guys, again. All right, back, guys. But yeah, um, I've been going to him for a few months now. Good few months. I think I've actually been going to him before I started going on like doing the YouTube thing like I'm doing now. So I've probably been seeing him maybe like 5 or 6 months now. So yeah, he's been in practice for over 40 years, so he knows what he's doing. So yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, and I won't say no more other than that. Yep. But yeah, that hurts. It's my neck, you know, like all the way up and down my neck, uh, from the base of my, back of my skull to the, you know, bottom, my neck or whatever, kind of hurts, off and on. So, but yeah, the chiropractor I go to, he works, from the basically the base of my skull. So that's like the highest up of your spinal cord you can go, all the way down to the tailbone, and he does it all. So yeah, yeah. He uses a lot of the latest and greatest, stuff, like technology and stuff. So, so yeah, but man, I feel so good after leaving from a session from my chiropractor. Man, I feel like I can run up mountains by the time I get out from that appointment. I just feel so much better. I usually go like, I don't know, sometimes twice a week or sometimes just once a week. Yeah, he uses machines, which it really helps. Really nice guy. He is an older guy. I mean, if he's been in the business for over 40 years, um, he's definitely an older guy, but he's really nice. Like really, really nice. Really nice and down to earth. Not stuck up. I mean, people like that have money, but he's not the type that would stick his nose up in the air and act like his shit don't stink. Um, yeah, he's not like that. He's really really down to earth guy. Um, uh, Sometimes he wouldn't mind if me and him went fishing someday, you know. But you know, I had to see, 'cause he has a fishing boat, and um, yeah, me and him got a lot in common. He likes fishing. I like fishing. He used to do hunting, but he's older now, so he doesn't really do hunting. I still do hunting. Um, I just don't do the hunting really in the summer much. I usually do it like either late fall or into winter, you know, and like early spring. Spring, I kind of stop, you know, and definitely late spring, I don't do it at all. And going into summer, I just kind of I do my fishing then in that season. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because that's what he used to do. He used to not use the machines because there wasn't such a thing. He would just use his hands and do like the cracking of the spine and all that. But he finds that using the machines, because it's a machine and it's a computer, right? It's a computer that takes an image of the spine, right, and it sees what is incorrect and correct in the spinal cord, all the way up and down. It takes an image of it as he uses this device. He goes all the way up and down, and then um, it takes an image of the spine to see what areas he needs to work on. And he said this is a lot better than doing it by hand, because he said this does it more precise. Um, because the computer image shows what areas are bad, what areas are good, or what areas might possibly need a little bit of work. Um, and yeah, that's what he does. But those machines he has aren't cheap. They're expensive. You know, especially when you're talking about like a computer and taking all that. That's some big bucks. Those things aren't cheap. And then probably maintaining them too, or is probably not cheap neither. You know, but yeah, um, and before I go see him, he has this like it's like a water bed, but it also massages your back. And it uses water massage, and then they also have this other table that's it's like a rolling table, so it has like rollers in it, and it goes all the way up and down your spine, and works out any kinks. And a lot of times well, his secretary would let me do both, in one session, so one right after another. Um, so I get the both of the best of all three worlds, really, the two different tables, and the doctor doing the chiropractor for that computer thing or whatever. So yeah, um, so yeah, this is actually like the best way to go see a chiropractor, because like I said, they take an image of your back, a computer does, and it sees exactly what needs to be worked on. So then it pretty much just puts everything back in place that's been out of whack or whatever, or puts with the individual, whatnot. So yeah, um, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So, Pending, when you gonna go jogging and stuff? You said that you're gonna get back to biking too. I don't know if you have a bike. Biking is good to do too. Biking, swimming, like you said. They actually say swimming is like the best exercise in the world, really, because you're working just about all your muscles, and it's pretty much resistance training. You know, but all right, I am going to end this stream. I'm getting on to about 2 hours. I'm going to end this stream.